Myself, Dr. M. Shanmugam, Regional Director, IGNOU Bangalore. IGNOU Regional Center Bangalore is organized a special webinar on yoga. And today we have with us Miss Jyostna Ambewadkar. She is a yoga instructor, yoga therapist, practicing yoga since childhood, a passionate turned into full-time profession, and having the qualification of Master in Yoga Therapy from Vaisya University. It is a globally renowned yoga university situated in Bangalore. And also currently she is pursuing yoga in PhD. And she is having also certified Reiki healer, having the winner of several yoga competitions at national level University Blue, Himalayan Olympiad, honored as a best NCC Year Wing Cadet, special performance of Kilo India. Also, she is part of the International Yoga Day 2022 in the presence of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And she's having a very good experience, about 8 years of teaching experience, and trained students up to national level competition in yoga, works as a therapist for various health-related conditions in yoga, presented research paper at national conference, and also she was a judge at a Karnataka Yoga Sports Association. With this background, because we know that recently we have celebrated International Yoga Day, and part of that, Regional Center Bangalore organized this yoga webinar. Now I request our a special guest and the speaker to deliver a content in this webinar. Over to you, madam, please.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. It is really an honor to be here. And it's a very good opportunity I have got wherein I can share my entire experiences with a good topic which we have selected, that is regarding that how is yoga going to be helping us in our life and also in the livelihood. So nowadays, I feel only we know the importance of yoga, that it is good for health and all, but I feel even we should know how it is helping us in our livelihood also. So let's start with the session. So can I start with the session, sir?
Yes, please proceed.
Sure, sir. Okay. So good evening, everyone, to all the participants over here. So welcome you all to this webinar. So let's get started with this session. So before I start with the session, just let me know whether my voice is audible. If anyone is unable to hear, if any type of issues, do let me know.
Yeah, madam, your voice is audible.
Okay, sir. I hope my PPT is visible to you also. Please can confirm. Can anyone confirm?
Your slide is visible.
Yes. So for today, the topic for the session is yoga for life and the livelihood, and how its relevance is going to help us in the career scope in the modern world. So let's get started with this session. So before I start with the session, I would like to give a brief introduction of what all we are going to cover up into this session. So we are going to go with a brief introduction of yoga, as many of you all might be new to this session. So let us try to understand the brief introduction of yoga, followed by we will be going with how it is going to help us into the day-to-day life, like how it is going to help us in any type of like physical, mental, any all the type of parts of our life. Then next we're going to see how is this yoga developed, like the evolution of yoga, how it has come up into this modern world. Followed by, there will be several scientific researches which have been done. Along with that, we are going to see the relevance of it and how it is going to help us with several research papers too. Followed by how the career scope is there into this yoga, in this yoga field. Like it can be in the form of career opportunities after having good education into the yoga field, and if you have not have it, then how we can develop it. So in further, I have given some institutional views also, along with several like certifications also, how we can get it from there. Followed by, we'll be concluding the session, and the sessions will be open for question and answer session after, like for the last 5-10 minutes. So let us get proceeded with this session. So as I said, first we are going to go with the introduction. So when we come to the introduction of the word, what is about yoga? So first of all, many of us feel when it comes like yoga yani kya hai? Can anyone just unmute yourself and let me know? Yoga word sunne ke baad, what is the first impact which comes into your mind?
Meditation.
Okay. Meditation. Yes. So some of them have that other than meditation, we feel like it may be more about physical exercises. So let us understand, like yoga is not only about the physical exercise, but it is all the aspects of the body, like of our life. Like it can be at the physical level, mental level, emotional level, spiritual level. And it is also helping us to develop our social well-being as well. सो व्हेन वी से द वर्ड योग, जब हम लोग संस्कृत में प्रोनाउंस करते हैं तो उसका उच्चारण सही तरह से होता है, जैसे कि योग. मगर कई लोग जैसे इंग्लिश में प्रोनाउंसिएशन जब हम करते हैं तो इट इज ऑलवेज मिसप्रोनाउंस्ड एज योगा, तो उसको एक्चुअली योग ऐसे कहा जाता है. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग विच आई वुड लाइक टू पुट अ हाईलाइट ऑन. सो व्हेन वी से दिस वर्ड योग, इसका अर्थ या फिर मीनिंग, इट्स अ मीनिंग इज टेलिंग यस दैट इट इज समथिंग अबाउट यूनियन. So union of mind, body, it can be soul. So this is what we know. And also we can say that Atma ka Paramatma se milan. This is all what is called as a yoga. That is a union of it. So जब हम लोग text में देखते हैं तो it is also called as it, when we give a proper definition, yoga is also called as yoga is for concentration. Yoga is to like you can say restrain or have control over all the sense organs. So this is what we normally try to understand about the definition of yoga. So जैसे हम लोग properly अगर text से, जैसे बहुत सारे महर्षि लोगों ने, like lot of maharishis who have been in the ancient period, like Maharishi Patanjali, who is also called as the father of modern yoga. He has also given one definition in the book called as Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Amongst that one book, which is in that there is one sutra in the book of Yoga Sutra, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Means what? Yoga is not, yoga is about like stopping of all the vrittis. Vrittis means all the mental modifications, all the thoughts which are coming up into your mind, how we are able to overcome them, how we are able to modify those thoughts properly. This is what it has been given into the text. Further, as we go ahead, in Bhagavad Gita, when we see, it is also said like yoga is nothing but it is samatvam yoga uchyate. That is equanimous state of mind. It can be any situations, it can be any particular circumstances in your life, whatsoever it is. You shouldn't be very much in favor of that situation, but you should be very much equanimous in any state of your mind. So this is what Bhagavad Gita is saying. So when we go ahead, so when we see age-old bath, so yoga is not just started in the very early times. It is coming from the ancient time, from the Adi Yogi's time. Adi Yogi, who is Adi Yogi, is Lord Shiva. So he is because of from him it has been completely, you can say it is coming up till us through the form of Vedas, Upanishads. So when you see, it is like when we got the starting remains, it was first found in the Indus Valley civilization, wherein there were several archaeological findings, like it was been carved on stones. There were some scriptures, or there were several what you can say is several arts which were found in the form of yoga, which was seen in the Indus Valley civilization. Further, when we go down, it was in different, like when we go into Vedas, there are 4 types of Veda. One is Atharva, when we start with, that is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharvana Veda. So in this Vedas, when we go ahead, we will get to see there are different types of concepts which have been cleared. Like in Rig Veda, there is more about, you can say, how it is helping us in the inner awareness. And when we go to the when you go to the Atharva Veda, we see how it is helping us to connect with the healing power, and it is also connecting with the breath and the sound of the body. Next, when we go to the Yajurveda, it is telling us how we have to control, what you can say, control, and how we are going to purify the body. So these are, and in the Sama Veda, where you go, it is telling us about several hymns, some songs. It is talking about all those parts of aspects, how it is coming up. So when we go ahead, how is this evolution of yoga taking, like yoga is taking place from the Vedas? So you have known about different types of Vedic periods. So when we start with pre-Vedic period, that is pre-Vedic period, then is the Vedic period, then is classical yoga period, and the post-classical yoga period. So when we see in the pre-Vedic period, that is, again, it is about the Indus Valley civilization. In the Vedic period, it is all about the four Vedas, that is the Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda, which is coming up. When we go to the classical yoga, so it is all about the modern forms of yoga, like from Maharishi Patanjali, who has given us the 8 angas, the 8 limbs, like how a common layman person who wants to start the practice of yoga, how he should follow the path of yoga. So he has given it into 8 steps of yoga in the Ashtanga yoga path. Further, when we go ahead, that is in the post-classical period, we will learn about the development of Tantra yoga and Hatha yoga. So as I mentioned about, as Patanjali Maharishi has given several 8 steps or 8 methods, like how a person has to follow. So first amongst that is Yama, which is about all about the ethical guidelines, what we have to follow as an individual, a social discipline which we have to follow. That is the first step. Second is niyama. That is a, what you can say, it is a self-discipline, how well you all are conducting yourself. Like it can be cleanliness, saucha, santosha, tapas, swadhyaya. Like this, how well you all are conducting yourself. It is self-discipline basically. Next, when we go with, that is asanas. Asanas, when we see, it is all about all the physical postures we perform. There are several asanas which come across. If you might have known about several asanas, it can be vrikshasana, it can be, you can say, any type of prone postures, that is lying down on your stomach, back. All the forms of cultural practices comes under asanas. And also the diet part also comes into the asana phase. Next is the next part, that is pranayama. Pranayama, the word itself tells you that it is completely about how we are learning about the breathing. Basically, the control, instead of saying control, how we are mastering the breath is what we learned into pranayama session. Further, when we go ahead, that is pratyahara. That is how we are controlling our all sense organs in a very well-focused manner. Further, when we go ahead, it is dharana. Dharana is nothing but it is concentration. Wherein if you have a particular aim or some goal, that is something you all are looking up upon and you're trying to go on to that path. That is a concentration which you have. Dhyana is completely meditation, that is, you can say, one-pointed awareness. You have thought about that particular aim or that goal and you're working on that without having any distraction. That is only one-pointed awareness. That is called as a dhyana. And the last phase, the ultimate aim, which is, we call it as ultimate aim or the goal, that is samadhi. It is a state of enlightenment or absorption, which we call it. Further, as Patanjali has written, like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are several other texts also, like Bhagavad Gita, which is talking about the 4 main aspects. Like it can be about Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and when we see about this, all the forms of yoga, it is like karma yoga is nothing but it is all about the selfless deeds which you all are doing without having any expectation that we are going to look for any fruits. Bhakti yoga is all about devotion. Jnana yoga is all about knowledge, what you are imbibing, whatever you are absorbing, and how well you all are following it. In similar way, when we go ahead, that is, we have other texts, that is Hatha Yoga. So this Hatha Yoga, which is telling the word, when we try to etymology of the word Hatha Yoga, the word itself will tell you, Ha is nothing but the word which is basically telling you about the energy of the sun. And Ta is nothing but the energy which is coming from the moon. So basically, sun is standing for the energy which is having too much of heat related, like you can say, which is more towards the warmer side, or you can say it is having heat energy. Same way in the moon, it is all about cooling energy, you can say. So when these two energies are combined, we are learning how to balance this two energy. This is all about what is called as Hatha Yoga. In this Hatha Yoga, there are this Hatha Yoga was, you can say there are different texts which have been there in Hatha Yoga, that is which we go ahead, that is Girenda Samhita. There are several Hatha Yogic texts which are the important texts, we can say, that is Garinda Samhita, Goraksha Samhita, and Hatha Pradipika, and there are few more texts in that. So, like how Patanjali Maharishi has given 8 steps. In the similar way, in each text there are several, what you can say, several limbs या फिर अंगास बोल सकते हैं, steps बोल सकते हैं, the process a person should follow. So if you see in Giranda Samhita, it is also called as a Saptanga Yoga, which has been given, wherein there are 7 steps into this. When we start, it is the first step which is starting with cleaning, that is Shat Karmas, which is starting with Shat Karmas, that is detoxification of the bodies, wherein there are 6 kriyas, like if you know about Trataka, if you know about Jalaniti, which is more common amongst us. So Jalaniti, Trataka, there are 6 kriyas which comes under Shat Karmas. Then there is asanas, then mudras. Mudras are nothing but the gestures of the seal wherein we adopt during meditation or during particular asanas like Viprit Karni Mudra. These are few mudras which I'm talking about. Next is pratyahara, which we understood. It is nothing but withdrawal or control over the senses. Next is pranayam, dhyana, and samadhi. Same way in Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it is all about, it is called as a four limb asanas, like 4 limbs yoga or 4 steps which are there into this. That is asanas, pranayamas, mudras, and mudras and bandhas come under one, and the ultimate again aim is samadhi. Like that. Likewise, there are several other texts like Shiva Samhita, which is mostly focusing about the nadis, chakras, and the Kundalini awakening. Basically, it is talking about the concept of energies into this. Likewise, there are several texts which is talking about this. So when we go ahead, when we want to talk about more about this parts of yoga in a traditional way, rather than understanding what is yoga in a modern way, first we will try understanding it in a very traditional way, so that it is very easier for us to connect in the modern form. So first is, I'm talking about bhakti yoga. So the word bhakti, it is telling you about a type of devotion you have towards your any devotee. It can be Lord Ganesha, it can be any deity which you have. It is a devotion or the surrenderness which you have towards the particular deity. So in that, we go for like example, if we have to, so there are several what you can say satsangs which goes on, there are several prayers, there are several kirtans when we go to temple. This is all coming under bhakti yoga category. Next, when we talk about Gyan Yoga, the word Gyan itself tells you, it is telling about the knowledge, the wisdom which we are getting. So whether the things are to be right or wrong, you should have a proper knowledge to distinguish whether the thing which you are performing into your life, whether it is right or wrong. You should have a proper knowledge to make a decision out of it. So in Gyan Yoga, we are getting a lot of wisdom, whether like it can be self-introspection, whether who am I, or what am I, what are the flaws, or what are the positivity in me. So we have to understand or self-introspect ourselves. That is all when you get a proper knowledge, when you get a good knowledge. That is all about talking about Gyan Yoga. Then when you come about Karma Yoga is nothing but a selfless deed. Karma is like doing all the action without any expectation for any type of fruits in return. So this is about selfless action. Like it can be community service, social service which you do. Next, when you come to the Raj Yoga is nothing but like, it's like a royal path, like how kings and all live their life. Like I'm just giving an example. It is like a royal path. Like basically, it's all about you can say the practicing of Ashtanga Marg. Like we have learned about Yam, Niyam, Asanas. These are all the paths which is coming under Raj Yoga. Then next, when we come to Hatha Yoga, like we have already learned about the meaning of Hatha, that is the balancing of the energies, that is the sun and the moon energies, wherein we are balancing the energies into our body along with the breath. In this, we are basically learning about, basically in this Hatha Yogic text, we are learning about you can say the asanas, the pranayama aspects, and also there are several, like even mudras and all things also come into this, but more in Hatha Yogic text, it is more explained about the asanas and pranayama in very nicely and detailed way. So, like I've mentioned, it has asanas and pranayama. So when we come to the modern time, like now we have understood about different type of text, different how is yoga coming up, like how it has started and how we have uh, getting it like till this in the modern form, how we have learning it. So before that, we have learned about what is yoga, how what is the definition of yoga, and also what are the importance. So if you see about the importance of yoga, it is definitely helping us in all the forms. Like it can be at the physical level, so anyone having any type of pain, any type of misery, like at the physical level, any type of pain issues which are happening at the physical level, that is what yoga is helping. But it was like we don't have any evidences, we need several evidences, so there were several researches done. There were a lot of researches done so that even people start like accepting like what is happening. So until and unless we see there is some result, or you can say there is some or the evidence, it is very difficult for us to like you can say accept that particular form of yoga when it comes to modern. So that's why there were researches also done. Likewise, when we see there were several modern yogis which have come up who have done a lot of research through yoga, they have personally experienced it in the form of all the form. Like it can be at the physical level, mental level, emotional level, and also at the spiritual level, how the energies have come up and how they have evolved into it. So first comes Swami Vivekanand. As we know, he is you can say one of the youngest yogi. He is also known as a, like you can say, a popular yogi who has taken the entire field of yoga completely from east to west, completely, wherein he has spread up the concept of harmony, the spirituality to the west completely. Who has brought the concept of yoga and its importance, how it is helping us into the spiritual way. Similarly, we have Swami Kuvalananda, who is actually the founder of Kaivalya Dham. He was the first person who has done, like you can say, he has his own research center, wherein there were several asanas, or you can say there were several equipments which were there. Swami Kuvalananda was a helping us. So we should have several evidences. So he was the first person who has who made research and made some research papers, which is very important. What is asana, particular asanas with proper understanding we should follow. Next is like we have different yogis like Mahesh Yogi, who is known by that is also wherein it is very you can say peaceful meditation that all neurons, your vibration energies are activated, and how to get deeper relaxation. Next is Swami Ramdev Baba. Like as we all know, he is very much popular because of whom we like those who are not knowing about yoga. It is because of Ramdev Baba. Again, the people started getting to know about yoga, like how it is helping us. Like he has given lot of benefits, you can say. It can be channels like ask that knowledge to early in the morning, and because of which you can see several people who are doing several asks, several camps which were held, and because of that you are able to know. And he was also a person who also promoted about the Ayurveda and the natural remedies, like how we can get healed from this, like combining yoga with different type of remedies. Next we have Sadhguru, one of the enlightening one. So he's also known for like completely well and also environmental conservation, like conservation properly. How it's been done is like Sadhguruji has is best example for that. Then is Sri Ravi Shankarji, who is the founder of Art of Weaving. He has more like he has already done a lot of dedication in all the field, but mostly his stress management sessions, the meditation sessions are really very nice. Who has explained us. Then is BK Iyengar, who is one of the best and precision, bending and alignment properly. This is what his BTS and she is explaining, like when he's meeting him. So when we see into the small form, like traditional forms are obviously there, but since many of them were unaware, and nowadays this traditional forms of yoga is getting somewhere heavy, where we have the modern forms like power yoga, vinyasa yoga, there are forms which have listed over here, but all these concepts which have given or whatsoever this self-reliance as well as the awareness do the same thing, but each like if you see Power Yoga, it's all about strength and stamina first. So there are a lot of asanas in there, you need a lot of energy to do this. So likewise, you have Iyengar yoga, which is best, as I said, it is for precision, props making and all. Then we have about aerial yoga. It is nothing but the rope wala thing, like wherein we are against the gravity and we go with that yoga. Then there's different type of yoga like senior citizen yoga, wherein those who are bedridden, those who can't do any type of practices by going with the proper practices, but even they can sit on the chair and do the practices like Sukshma Vyayam and all, which was already there in the traditionally way also, but nowadays they have clubbed it under different there are several research. So for research, as I said, Swami Kuvelanand was the first person who has led the research. Further, there were several institutes come up, like wherein there were a lot of researchers done. Like it can be in the Harvard University, at the Ames University, Vyasa University, which is in India, or you can say in the South Karnataka, like in the India also. As of now, as much as I know, like there are several researches which have been conducted. These papers have been published at the international level also. So program that is called program diabetes, and the results also like when you want to go to references, for this you can go to different research papers wherein there were like how diabetes has cured through you, how with the proper yogic way, how it has been helped, how it has helped in the hypertension, anxiety, depression, and also post-traumatic stress disorders, those who are having, how it has been helped. There are several research papers which have been published at the international journal as well. So it has shown that at the physical level, the benefits were like it is helping them in the flexibility, obviously, and the immunity. Like many of them, those who are having any type of issues, they have immunity problem, though that is helping them. Then also in the respiratory related issues, when we see at the mental level, like you have something called as cortisol. So it is helping us to reduce the cortisol because the stress hormone, which is there, when the stress is increasing, obviously there are a lot of ailments which comes up. So basically it is helping us to reduce that level to have good sleep. Many of them are facing a lot of sleeplessness because of wrong lifestyle, which we are facing with not proper sleeping pattern, no proper good food or healthy food basically. So because of that, when we see at the educational level, it is helping us to know more about like how it is helping us to enhance the memory. Like if I say it is very good for like I mean, it is helping us to improve the concentration. It is also helping us to improve our eyesight. So how it is? So there are several research papers which shows you like in the eyes, the neurons, with the connections of the breath, the connection of the energies, how it is helping us. So this is all what has been shown through the researches. So this is what I further when we have to go.
I think there is an internet connectivity problem, madam. Is it?
No, sorry, I just paused for a while. So So now we have learned about the traditional forms, we have learned about the modern forms. Now also after knowing all these things, we should also know how it is helping us in the career opportunities in you. So first of all, there are several streams, like when we can say it is helping when we have done like when in the further when I'll come to the institute, I'll be definitely explaining about the education, like where are the institutes. So first let's understand about this. So it is helping us in teaching scope, like in the teaching area, like it can be in the schools. Nowadays, government has made it as a mandatory in different schools, like in the CBSE and all, wherein they have a proper devoted subject for you, wherein they have to go for sessions, and also in the morning classes also in several assemblies and all, they go for meditation for 5-10 minutes. It is in all the private sectors and also in the government sectors, nothing to do with only government or private as such. Then also it is what you can say, it is like the teaching is not only what you can say, it is stopped only through the offline mode, it is also in the online platforms. So there are several you can say like my yoga teacher, there are several websites or several uh, institutes wherein they are giving their teaching in the online platforms also. So it is also yoga is having scope into the like hospital line also. Like you can say, like in the form of therapies and wellness centers. There are several rehabilitation centers, like retreat centers, which we call it as, and even in the hospital, wherein there are proper devoted therapies, which have therapists who have been appointed over there, wherein they are helping the patients who are coming, like how whatever type of ailments they are going through, they are going to give a customized way how to plan their session, and that has been completely helped them out with. And there are several personal trainings also which will be given in that particular hospital or a rehabilitation centers. Then further, when we come to research, in research there is a vast field. Like it starts from, you can say, a small 1 month course. It will go up to PhD. There are all the forms of education into this. There is also a postdoc into yoga. So when we start with, there are diploma, there are certification courses, there is BSc, there is MSc, there is MS. Like I'm not only telling about yoga, there is in yogic science, yogic consciousness, yoga therapy. There is wide branch of it, wherein there is the different forms of courses, and in this there are several researches also done. So it can be at the psychosomatical level also, and also at the what you can say is somatical level also. There are researches which have been done. And so the if I have to give you all some example, like one of the renowned institutes, one is the MDNY, that is Murarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, and SVyasa, which is located in Bangalore. So these are the very renowned institutes for research as of now, the leading institutions, wherein a lot of researches have been done. You can definitely go through the websites like PubMed or Joy, wherein you'll find different research papers on them, wherein all the international journals it has been published. Next is like entrepreneurship. So like there are several, after having this learned about this all the courses and all, there are the students who go for freelancing, wherein they go for personal training, they go for group classes. There are several people those who have started with their own yoga studios, the retreat centers, you can say, and even the corporate yoga in different type of private institute, they call or they hire a yoga instructor, wherein they go for 7 days session, 1 month session, or they completely hire them also. And there is other than that, there are online coaching platforms also, as I mentioned about my yoga teacher, and also there is always life yoga. There are different forms of different platforms which are coming up, wherein they are offering this online coaching, wherein you can become the part of it, and for per hour session they have like they charge all or they pay you accordingly. And it's not only at the in the India only, it is abroad also, wherein you'll be connected. You'll get a lot of opportunity to explore and go back, wherein you'll learn about all the different types of like you'll get connected with all the people all over. So when we see about the institutes, before institutes, I'll just go with uh, like other than like about the career opportunities in this scene, like teaching and all, but now has yoga, like to increase the awareness among the people, like you can say the yoga has been also you can say it has come up as a competition, like it has been there are several competitions also done, like there is state, like district level, starting from the divisional level, district level, there are several competitions so that it develops interest and awareness amongst the entire public. So it's nothing to do with competing with our flexibility or anything, it is just to develop the awareness. And you can say there are several traditional yoga competition wherein the asanas, like the traditional asanas which are there, as I mentioned you in the earlier text, like Hat Yoga, you can say in the Virendra Samhita, there are several texts wherein they have mentioned about the traditional asanas. So these are the asanas wherein they have to perform for particular duration for a particular minute of time at a different age group. So there are in the competition, it also includes like artistic yoga, rhythmic yoga, professional yoga asanas, wherein in artistic yoga is nothing but it is like there are two, it can be a single one or it can be a pair. So wherein they have to go with synchronizing of the music and the performance which they are doing, the asanas which they are doing. Then is rhythmic yoga, again it is connection with the music, how they are performing it. Then is the professional yoga asanas, which you can say there are a particular asana has been given wherein they have to do for that particular time. It can be, if you say Ushtrasan, they have to do that for 1 minute, and how well they are performing. Like the principle of Siram Sukham asana has been followed, wherein they have to be very much steady, comfortable, and relaxed in that particular posture. So that has been assessed upon their flexibility, upon their balance and their expression. So when we see about the Yogasana has been also accepted by the government, like as a sport. So it is also it is a part of now as a Khelo India, part of Khelo India, and also in the Fit India movement. So there are several federations of yoga, like that is Yogasana Federation of India, wherein it is a national body wherein lot of you can say students get participated from the district and they go up to the nationals, international, and also they play it from this federation, wherein the entire when they get selected from the national, the entire expenses and all, everything, or the TADA, everything will be provided by the institute when we go in a proper academy or the federation. Later, when we see there are like in this, how it is giving you the career options. Here also there are several referee exams which are conducted, wherein after passing the referee exam, there is like a state level referee, national level. So likewise, when we pass this exam, there is also opportunity to become a coach or a referee or a judge over there, wherein you can assess the students about you will be trained properly, like the minute to minute marking, the flexibility, how you have to score, everything will be taught. So in that also you have a chance. Next, when we see how yoga is helping us to get connected globally, not only in India but globally also. So, like you can say, yoga is nowadays becoming a like you can say industry wherein it is completely booming globally all over. So it is mostly, you can say, it is getting popular in US, Germany, Australia, everywhere where you can see there are people hiring all this students from or the best teachers from India, wherein they have a good hold over the Sanskrit, or you can say the good hold over the, since India is completely a root from India, like yoga is completely the root from India itself. So that's why we have a better understanding of it. So they hire the students, the several embassies and all, they hire the students from India, wherein they will be the part of different schools, gyms, or studios over there. There are several retreat facilities also. And in particular, like example, if you have to learn that language, you will have to give exam, and also you should have a proper certification, which I will tell you in the next slide. So that is really helping you to go abroad, and it is giving you a nice opportunity as well. So until now we see like how yoga is helping us to like health is wealth, we call it as. But now from health is wealth, we are moving ahead, like how we should make wealth from health also. So there are several institutions and the certification which I was talking, that is Yoga Certification Board, which is a body of Ayush minister, which is wherein there are several certificates from certificate 1 to 7, wherein before it was called as QCI, there were level 1, 2, 3, starting from the yoga instructor, like protocol instructor, further like you become a consultant yoga therapist. Till there you have several certifications into this. When you pass this certification, that is the eligibility criteria to get into any type of government institute also. Then you can see the courses offered. Like first is IGNO. Like it is like one of the best certificate course which has been offered through the distance mode also in the form of certification yoga program. Then is Murarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, which is located in Delhi. There are also several courses starting from BSc till your MSc and PhD as well in SVASA also. And Kaivalya Dham, there is a different type of research. There are several therapy centers, Arogya Dham also, which is there. Bihar Schools of Yoga. And there is also Yoga Alliance, which is internationally renowned, but this is a private one. Like you can say, there are different hours of training, like 200, 400, 500, likewise. But other than that, also there are several institutes. Since they can't go with the, you can say the certification on, they go for electives. Electives is the open elective wherein the students can choose by their choice for that particular semester. Like in our institute, that is Central University of Karnataka, it can be Delhi University, BHU, and every university there are several elective courses also which has been provided. Other than that, when we go ahead, so daily, after doing the certification, after knowing about all the aspects like how it is helping us and all these things, we should also ensure that we are giving some time to ourselves also. It shouldn't happen that we are learning and later on we are just teaching and teaching. This happens further wherein we will lack in the practice. So that's why it is very much necessary that we enhance our productivity also, and make sure we are completely relaxed also. And you should also try to plan a routine, integrate the yoga programs in a proper way, wherein like you can say it can be a morning routine, a proper routine, like how well, like what time you all are waking up, what time you all are like how well you all are planning the day properly, from the day morning, early in the morning till the night. Then the workplace breaks, like continuously sitting on the like you can say the desktop or continuously straining your eyes is also not good. We have to make sure you're taking a small breaks or naps in between. And next is you can say the family bonding, like if possible try giving some time to your family as well, when you're completely how well you all are going to connect with your, like with your family also. Next is you can say there are like several schools, as I mentioned, in many of the schools and institutes, there is always like before starting with any class, they go for 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. So like that is really helping and that has given lot of results, wherein the students and teachers, they are really getting relaxed and students are also getting benefited with this, wherein during the time of exams and all, they are completely stressed out. So this is helping them to calm down and write the exam very relaxedly. So last but not the least, you can say the conclusion, wherein yoga is completely timeless. It is like anadi and it will be continued to be timeless. So this is also a supporting system wherein it is helping us for the personal transformation and also in the professional growth as well. It's both a life skill wherein we are completely learning it in a proper techniques in different forms, as we have seen in the form of different competitions. It can be different types of education, how well we are going to get connected abroad as well, and also giving us good opportunities to go in different types of sectors also. Next, like you can say, I could like just give a small quote wherein the future which is there is completely belonging to who is completely balanced with the science and also with the spirituality. And you can say yoga is making a bridge in between them where it is connecting the entire science and spirituality together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving me this time. This session is completely open for question and answers.
Yeah, question. Any participant, if you have any questions, please you can ask from the participation.
Hello, madam. I am Dr. Chandrasekhar from Davanagere BIED.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah, I have a
Yes,
small
sir, yes, sir.
question.
I can hear.
So, can you once again explain me what is Raja Yoga? Hello. Madam?
Yeah. Wait. She's
Yeah.
preparing for answer.
Yeah.
Please give me a minute. Hello, sir. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you are audible, madam.
Okay, sir. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Please, can you come back again?
Yeah, it is. Can you explain me once again the Raja Yoga? There are 4 different types of yoga. One is Karma Yoga, and yeah, Raja Yoga.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Raja Yoga.
Thanks, Anama. Thanks.